We must find a way to free them.
A Mandalorian and a Jedi? They'll never see it coming.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Mandalorian Season 2 moments.
I've never met a real Mandalorian.
Am I under arrest?
Technically, you should be. But these are trying times.
I'm a simple man making his way through the galaxy, like my father before me.
For this list, we're looking at the scenes in this show's second season that had us jumping out of our seats like a lightsaber from an Astromech Droid's head, whether thanks to shock, nostalgia, or excitement. If you haven't seen the second season yet, then stop watching now, as there are some seriously heavy spoilers ahead. Plus, if you haven't watched it yet, why aren't you doing that right now? Have a bad feeling about our picks? Sound off in the comments below. Number 10. One good turn deserves another. After a brief appearance in Season 1's The Prisoner, Chapter 10 saw the return of the classic X-Wing fighters. This time, Trapper Wolf, played by Clone Wars and Rebels creator Dave Filoni, and Captain Carson Teva get a little more to do. And they certainly make their mark.
You got a runner. I'm on it.
After pursuing the Razor Crest, they land and save the day, displaying accuracy with their blaster rifles that would make any Stormtrooper weep. The best moment is their refusal to arrest Din Djarin, in honor of his attempts to save Lieutenant Davin, proving that one good turn deserves another.
Am I under arrest?
Technically, you should be. But these are trying times.
Can we also take a moment to appreciate that Trapper Wolf might be the best name in the Star Wars universe? Number 9. Cobb Vance, From Page to Screen.
You mean the Marshal?
Your Marshal wears Mandalorian armor?
Huh? See for yourself.
When Din Djarin walks into a bar in the mining town of Mos Pelgo, he expects to meet a fellow Mandalorian. Turning around, he sees the silhouette of one, clad in Boba Fett's armor. Only imagine our surprise to find that it was Cobb Vance under the helmet.
I've never met a real Mandalorian.
Actually, it wasn't that much of a surprise, especially if you've read the 2015 Star Wars novel's Aftermath by Chuck Wendig. Vance is a rare example of an expanded universe character transitioning to the screen. But as this iteration showed, the benchmark has been set high for the others who follow.
Look, pal, I'm sure you call the shots where you come from, but round here, I'm the one tells folks what to do.
Keeping to the same character backstory, Vance is a truly entertaining Star Wars cowboy, and we hope it isn't a one-off appearance for Timothy Oliphant.
I hope our paths cross again.
As do I.
Number 8. The Dark Troopers attack.
Have the Dark Troopers been engaged?
Momentarily.
We've had Shadow Troopers, Death Troopers, and Purge Troopers. And now we have third-generation Dark Troopers.
These are third-generation design. They are no longer suits. The human inside was the final weakness to be solved. They're droids.
These nigh-on unstoppable combat droids became primary antagonists in Season 2. Look familiar? Like the Death Troopers, they share a few details from one of Ralph McQuarrie's concept designs for Darth Vader. The biped battle tanks were frightening from the start, and one of them alone shook off Mando's initial blows until his Beskar spear won him the upper hand. If the battle between the one Dark Trooper and the Mandalorian wasn't tense enough, we were almost convinced that our trapped heroes were doomed when a fleet of them showed up outside the control room. Number 7. Mayfeld Snaps.
How about a toast to Operation Cinder?
Now there's a man who knows his history.
No, I don't just know it. I lived it.
Seriously, guys, who knew Bill Burr could act? Sure, we've seen the outspoken comedian take on roles in Breaking Bad and Daddy's Home, but watching his character Miggs Mayfeld sit opposite his former commander Hess, the rage building up behind his eyes as he listens to Imperial propaganda, chills.
All heroes of the Empire.
Yeah. And all dead.
Well, it's a small sacrifice for the greater good, son.
The intensity of this moment recalls scenes in Inglourious Basterds and Heat. Even with all the action in this episode, the tense calm before the storm, in which Mayfeld describes the brutality of Operation Cinder, is arguably the highlight.
Civilians, those poor mudscuffers, died defending their homes, fighting for freedom. Was it good for them?
It's capped off with Mayfeld blasting Hess away. Consequences be damned.
To the Empire.
Number 6. Spiders everywhere.
Go! Back to the ship!
These gigantic ice spiders sent chills down our spines. This episode was titled The Passenger, but it may as well have been called Arachnophobia 2, Welcome to Maldo Kreese. In a horror-esque episode that looked like it came directly from John Carpenter's dream diary, the crew of the Razor Crest is attacked by oversized spiders that recall the Kryknas in Rebels. Both were based on concept art that Ralph McQuarrie created for The Empire Strikes Back to appear on Dagobah. After hatching as though they're facehuggers from Alien, they swarm the ship, giving us all nightmares for life. Number 5. Bo-Katan Kryze in the flesh.
Where did you get that armor?
This armor has been in my family for 3 generations.
You do not cover your face. You are not Mandalorian.
In terms of live-action debuts, The Mandalorian second season really killed it.
We're seizing those weapons and using them to retake our homeworld. Once we've done that, we'll seat any Mandalore on the throne.
Chapter 12 brought us the Clone Wars and Rebels alumni Bo-Katan Kryze, and the transition felt completely natural.
This belongs to you.
I had my chance to rule and I failed.
For the uninitiated, Bo-Katan was a tough, no-nonsense Mandalorian clan leader voiced in the animated series by Katie Sackhoff. In The Mandalorian, she's a tough, no-nonsense Mandalorian clan leader portrayed by Katie Sackhoff. Seeing Sackhoff in the role was amazing enough. Having her story continue directly on from the animated series was an awesome tie-in for fans.
I yield. It's yours.
Oh, no. It doesn't work that way. The darksaber doesn't have power. The story does.
Number 4. The Battle with the Krayt Dragon.
Ow!
The Mandalorian second season started off with an epic battle and a literal bang. The almost indestructible Krayt Dragon made for a formidable foe, forcing Mando to resort to unconventional methods.
Picking us off like womp rats. Let's get after it.
Interestingly, the beast's blood-curdling howl harkens back to the theatrical cut of 1977's A New Hope, when Obi-Wan used the same sound to scare off Tusken Raiders. We can see why the Raiders run. Their size and ferocity are incredible. After the Krayt wipes out half of its attackers, Mando improvises, blowing the creature up from the inside. Although he emerged victorious, those moments when we thought he was toast had us biting our nails. Number 3. Boba Fett cuts loose. Though the casting was leaked before the season aired, seeing Temuera Morrison as Boba Fett was still supremely satisfying.
I'm a simple man making his way through the galaxy, like my father before me.
Did you take the creed?
I give my allegiance to no one.
This is the first time he's physically portrayed the character on screen. In the prequels, he played Jango Fett and voiced Boba in the DVD release of the original trilogy.
He's no good to me dead.
He will not be permanently damaged.
We were expecting a brief cameo in The Mandalorian, but we got far more. This Boba Fett might be older than his "he's no good to me dead" days, but he's even more of a force to be reckoned with, taking out stormtroopers left and right with just a gaffy stick. The highlight, though, was seeing Fett reclaim his father's armor, and the destruction that ensued.
Nice shot.
I was aiming for the other one.
Number 2, Ahsoka Tano. Yes, we knew it was coming, but it was no less exciting to see those dual sabers light up the screen, or to hear Ahsoka's theme song announce her arrival. Ahsoka Tano's live-action debut was a dream come true for fans of the Clone Wars and Rebels.
I am no Jedi.
The casting of Rosario Dawson for the role was actually a fan idea, suggested 3 years prior to her entrance in The Mandalorian. And Dawson did not disappoint.
Ahsoka Tano! Bo-Katan sent me. We need to talk.
I hope it's about him.
This may be a wiser, world-wearier Ahsoka, but it still felt like the Ahsoka we know and love.
We must find a way to free them.
A Mandalorian and a Jedi? They'll never see it coming.
We can certainly see why her character is getting a spin-off, which we're hoping will finally debut live-action Thrawn.
Now tell me, where is your master? Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The end of the Razor Crest. After a season of repairs, the beloved ship is unceremoniously blown to smithereens. R2-D2 rolls in. Another shiny dome for the child to be fascinated by. Pod racing. Hints of the Phantom Menace appear in the form of Cobb Vance's ride. Snoke and mirrors. Upon closer inspection, doesn't that scarred figure in the lab look familiar?
What the?
I thought you said this was a forward operating base.
Have you seen something?
The Book of Boba Fett. Bib Fortuna is out and Boba Fett is in, as this surprising post-credits sequence promises. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, The Return of the Jedi.
X-Wing.
One X-Wing? Great. We're saved.
Incoming craft, identify yourself.
Everything about The Return of the Jedi Master was thrilling, from the appearance of the lone X-Wing to the hooded silhouette that recalled his arrival in Jabba's palace. Then came the reveal of the gloved hand holding the green lightsaber and the way he cut through the dark troopers with ease.
A Jedi.
The crowning moment? The hood being drawn back, revealing Mark Hamill's face. Well, CGI face anyway. It was the best kept secret ever, and fans rejoiced that Mark Hamill got to give his most beloved character a proper send-off, because this is the way that Luke Skywalker is meant to be done. As if this moment wasn't emotional enough, it was also mixed in with Din and Grogu's touching goodbye. Bring on Season 3.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.